The divorce rate in Florida is above 50%, and we're coming across the new year now. What are some things that people who owe child support or have obligations they need to follow through with? What are some things they need to keep up with to stay out of trouble?
Well, certainly, you're right. Unfortunately, in the state of Florida, the divorce rate is north of 50%. It's a little closer to 60%. And that comes with it, when there's kids involved, a lot of times there's child support, and you may be the one paying child support, or you may be in the one receiving child support. And as the year ends, it's kind of important to maybe reevaluate that a little bit. And I'll tell you why. It's because the way it's calculated in the state of Florida views child support as a vested right of the child. So what they do is they use an algorithm or a calculation to figure out exactly how much child support is owed. And they do that by taking the income of both parties, the number of kids, the amount of money paid on health insurance, the amount of money paid on child care, who's paying that, and then the number of overnights the child spends with each parent. And that is essentially an algorithm, and it spits out a number at the end. I say spits out a number, it calculates a number as to the appropriate amount of child support is owed, so it's consistent across the state for people in similar situations. Now, the year end is a good time to reevaluate that because your income may have changed. Whether your income's gone up or whether your income's gone down, or whether your child care needs have changed, whether your health insurance numbers have changed. It's worth it to get that recalculated so you figure out, hey, look, if I'm paying too much, maybe it can be reduced. Or, hey, maybe I'm not receiving as much child support as I should be because as a mom or a dad that receives child support, my income's gone down or the kids' habits have changed, health insurance has gone up, some things have adjusted. And a lot of times what I do as a family law practitioner is I have people that come in on consults, and I just sit down with their W-2. It's the end of the year, so everybody's getting a W-2 or 1099 or tax return, however they're doing it, and say, look, bring your documents in. We'll run some child support numbers. We'll look at what they were, how they were figured, and if they might change for the better or for the worse. And if you come in and get a consult and it looks like it's going to change for the worse, obviously, you leave it alone. If it looks like your child support number is going to improve, that makes a big difference on your personal budget. And it's something we need to look at and maybe go back to court and try to modify it. So certainly something to look at as we go into the new year.